This is Rick and welcome to King Sacrifice YouTube chess channel. Today in this video we are going to talk about Philidor opening, which is determined by the move e4, e5, knight f3 and the move d6. So this opening is named after Andre Denison Philidor, who was regarded as the best chess player of his age. So in this video our main focus will not be on the opening but in the traps that exist in it. So after d6, let's see what happens if white continues with bishop to c4, then black continues with bishop to g4. After that, knight to c3, knight to c6, h3. So the best move should be to return to e6 or to d7, but if here bishop moves to h5, then it's just a bad move for him, because now white is going to take on the e5 with his knight and black recaptures with his knight, and also attacking on the c4 square, so that whenever the queen captures the bishop on h5, then black is going to capture on c5. But now white is going to recapture that knight and gain the sacrifice by playing queen to b5 and forking the king and the knight. So let's see instead what happens if here black captures on the d1. So now he will end up getting checkmated in some move, that is bishop captures on f7, king to e7 and knight to d5 checkmate. So this is the legal mate. So let's see another move after bishop to c4. What happens if black continues with the move f5? Now white plays the move d4. Black continues with knight to f6, knight to c3, e captures on d4, queen captures on d4, bishop to d7, and here comes knight to g5, taking some initiatives, and then knight to c6, bishop to f7 check, king to e7, and now here comes the deadly move, that is queen captures on f6. And you see that capturing with the pawn doesn't make sense because of knight to d5 checkmate. So here king captures on f6 doesn't matter because he's going to get checkmated because of knight to d5 check, king to e5, knight to f3 check, king captures on e4 and knight to c3, giving a checkmate. So let's see what happens if instead of f5 black plays, bishop to c4 and bishop to e7. So now here white continues again with the move d4, e captures on d4, knight recaptures on d4, and here it would be a mistake to play knight to d7. The best move would be I think for suppose knight to f6, but after knight to d7 he is also blocking the bishop on c8, and the bishop on e7 is blocking the diagonal of the queen on d8. So now white plays a really amazing move, that is bishop captures on f7 giving a check, and then king captures on f7. If king to f8, then he's going to lose his queen because of knight to e6 check. So that is why king captures on f7 and then knight to e6, knowing that if the king captures the knight, then queen to d5 check, king to f6 and queen to f5 check would be a mate. So that is why the queen went to e8 and then knight captures on c7 giving a fork, and then knight to queen to d8 for suppose, then queen to d5 check, king to f8, then again black loses his queen because of knight to e6. That was one move. If for suppose not queen d8, if queen to f8, then first queen to h5 check, pawn to g6, queen to d5 check, king to g7, then he loses his queen after knight to e6, forking the king and the queen, and if king to f6, then first giving a check from the g5 with the bishop, and then king to g7, then again gaining the queen with knight to e6 check. So let's look over another move. If here, instead of bishop to c4, what happens if white straight away plays the move d4? So now black continues with knight to d7, bishop to c4, c6, knight to g5 attacking on the f7 square. So black plays knight to h6, castles, bishop to e7. Now again comes a dangerous move, that is knight to e6. And you see that if here the queen tries to run away, for suppose queen to a5, then knight captures on g7 giving a check, and wherever the queen moves, the bishop falls on the another move. So here, that is why black captured on the e6 square with his pawn. Now bishop captures on h6, and then g caps on f6. So now the pawns from the f and the g file are removed. So now the queen can play h5 giving a check, king to f8, bishop captures on e6 trying to give a threat, and now the only move back in play is queen to e8 to save the mating threat, but now it is going to checkmate from another way, that is queen captures on h6. So these were some of the traps that exist in the Philidor opening, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and if yes, then don't forget to hit the like button and also support us by clicking on the subscribe button, and also don't forget to turn on the bell icon so that you get a notification whenever I upload a video. So thank you for watching and see you on the next video.